is Texas Championship Wrestling. And I'm Bill Mercer. Great to have you along on this edition, and we've got a tremendous card. The legendary Kevin Von Erich, the All-American boy. He meets Sweet Daddy Falcone in the first bout. Then we've got that big family feud coming up, the Simpsons and the Davidsons. And our main event, an action-packed adventure with Terry Garvin and the California Stud. Now, you know that the California Stud likes to lift rocks and work real hard to keep and maintain an outstanding physique. Let's go out and find the California Stud now while he's working out and getting ready.
Terry Garvin, by the luck of the draw, you have me tonight. And you, with your fancy haircut, getting in the gym, doesn't make you any more of a wrestler, any more of a man. Because the ladies are out to look at me, not you. And I've been in the ring with the likes of Al Perez. I'm the premier wrestler of the 90s. When the ladies come to watch, they come to look at me, not you. I am your master. You bow down to me. You better watch out, because I'm coming for you.
And here he comes. The idol of American youth, middle age, and older. Kevin Von Erich of the legendary Von Erich wrestling family. Kevin Von Erich, the All-American boy. Barefoot boy with cheeks of tan. Kevin Von Erich, son of the vastly legendary Fritz Von Erich, he of the great Iron Claw. Classic matches that I think back of Fritz Von Erich with Duke Kiamuka and Killer Carl Cox and many, many others. Kevin Von Erich circling the ring, admiring his admiring fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Louisville, Kentucky, Mr. Sweet Daddy Falcone. And ladies and gentlemen, he's still shaking hands and saying hi to his fans. They call him Mr. Texas from Lake Dallas, Texas, the World Federation Texas champion, Mr. Kevin Von Erich. This is one fall with a 30-minute time limit. Your referee is Bobby Turner.
And ready to go now as we're underway with this 30-minute bout. Kevin Von Erich and Sweet Daddy Falcone. Kevin Von Erich, outstanding athlete at Lake Dallas, a little community just above the Dallas area. Later on went to the University of what was then North Texas State University. University of North Texas, played football. And of course, all during the time that he was in grade school, junior high, high school, the whole works, he was being instructed in the art of wrestling by his famous father, Fritz Von Erich. And I think it is, you know, the legend of the Von Erich family, his late brother David, Kevin, Kerry, and his late brother Mike. The highs and the unfortunate disasters that struck. Kevin Von Erich, an outstanding athlete and great wrestler, as you see right there. Moving into this first event on this edition of Texas Championship Wrestling. Sweet Daddy Falcone got a head scissors and an extended arm. Kevin always seemed to be able to do more things at once than most wrestlers could do. He could have multiple holes going.
I've always noticed Kevin uses his legs a lot.
Kevin has probably one of the finest set of legs.
I would agree, yeah.
That athletic legs, well trained. They seem to have a mind of their own in the way that he handles himself. And a lot of that, and we were talking about our last week about the Dragon Master and those toes, you know, on those little shoes. Well, of course, Kevin
He's never worn shoes, has he?
Doesn't wear shoes. He likes the feel. He said, well, he didn't wear shoes when he was a kid. He went barefooted all the time around Lake Dallas. So why wear shoes? So he doesn't wear shoes now.
Are you insinuating he's an overgrown kid?
He is. We're all just overgrown boys. Kevin Von Erich giving Sweet Daddy Falcone a few lessons. He knows every trick in the book. And even though he's been at this now for about, oh golly, how's it been? 15 years?
Something like that.
Look at that great physique. He doesn't let himself fade away physically. He stays in great shape. You talk about the muscles in his legs. He'll lead with the legs. He'll do this right now with the legs are a key factor. Nice move inside by Sweet Daddy Falcone. Test of strength. And you see the red face of Falcone. This, and also Kevin, as they really put their 110% into it. Kevin Von Erich and I were talking before the bout as they continue to test their wills here. Inside knee lift. Again, the test of strength. Each one trying to show the other, show the world who is more capable in the shoulders and the arms, the biceps.
Notice he's still using his legs to push.
Still using the legs. And by that, he uses the whole body, doesn't he?
That's smart. Utilize every muscle you can.
Because as baseball players say and football players, the legs go first. And that's generally true. One half step can make a difference. A lot of pressure, still pressure, moving up, and look at the way that he works. Great move, and the arm drag. Fly drop kick.
He's well
I heard Mickey Mantle in an interview, the great Mickey Mantle of the New York Yankees, saying that he wished that he had taken better care of his legs when he was a player, because that's what happened. He had that one half step and couldn't get those leg hits that he used to get.
Yeah.
So here Kevin keeps his legs in great shape. But Kevin Von Erich was telling me before the bout tonight that he'd like to return to the University of North Texas, back to his alma mater. Hasn't been back in years. Wants to go home and revisit and relive those great moments of the time he played football for Hayden Fry, who's a great coach at Iowa now. And there's an outstanding move by Kevin Von Erich. Got that arm and shoulder barred. Kevin hanging in there, giving Sweet Daddy Falcone. Still holding that arm lock. When Kevin Von Erich, one of Von Erich, comes to a crowd, they just about 100% stand, applaud, and urge their cheerleaders, all of them. Nice wrist lock by Sweet Daddy Falcone.
Seems everybody in Texas is a fan of the Von Erichs.
Yep. Sweet Daddy rolling that wrist lock back. Kevin Von Erich still using the legs. There's a scar on that right knee right there. If you see that right knee, that scar, that ended his football career. He'd never been hurt. That hurt in college. That's Kevin Von Erich, and he takes that wrist lock and turns it around into a hammerlock on Sweet Daddy.
That was a nice move.
Great move by Kevin Von Erich. Kevin Von Erich rolling, diving, taking the hammerlock, taking the whole body with him. He better take it or the arm goes.
That wouldn't be a pretty sight.
Now the crowd is saying, let's go with a claw. Because like Gary Von Erich, his brother, Fritz taught them the claw hold. And that can incapacitate a person rather rapidly. But Kevin right now with a hammerlock. Sweet Daddy grasping the rope, wants to hang on. That knee lift to the midsection to open him up. Here comes Sweet Daddy. Whoa! He saw the claw and said, let me escape.
Sweet Daddy didn't want anything to do with that.
He saw the claw and said, let me get out of there.
He's like, no, thank you.
So Sweet Daddy said, I'm too smart for you. Yeah, too smart for them. The young man from Kentucky. Must be like his, maybe his idol was Daniel Boone.
I don't know. I don't think Daniel Boone had braids in his hair like that.
No, probably didn't. But he had long hair.
Sweet Daddy's going absolutely not to the audience. He doesn't want the claw.
You can hear the crowd. We want the claw. And then Kevin is trying to open it up so he can do it. 2 hammering hard blows off Sweet Daddy. And Kevin Von Erich keeps the pressure on. Coming up on our next bout, we talked about a family, the Von Erich family. They've got 2 families involved. Oh, just missing. Kevin landing on that left knee as he went flying through the air for a flying body slam, and it didn't work. Nice move by Sweet Daddy.
Slap.
Good head drag. And now into a chin lock. So I was going to say, in our next bout, we've been talking about the great Von Erich family. You've got 2 families, the Davidsons and the Simpsons. Totally different personalities.
They're up next, aren't they?
Nice reverse chin lock by Sweet Daddy Falcone. And this is our opening bout on Texas Championship Wrestling, where we bring you the quality of wrestling that the entire family can appreciate every time you join us. Good move, good break by Kevin Von Erich. And he's trying to see right now. He's having a little trouble. Got his eyes still is. Oh, he's stabbing the eyes again by Sweet Daddy. And Kevin having trouble. His eyes bleary. His vision blurred. And now a bite on the head. And Sweet Daddy is opening up into... well, look out. Kevin will get mad here in a second, and it'll all break loose. A choke, a slam across the chest. And Kevin Von Erich just about ready. Oh, clothesline. 1, 2, and a flail out by Kevin Von Erich. And Sweet Daddy has done quite a number on Kevin Von Erich right now.
Sweet Daddy better hope Kevin doesn't get loose. Kevin might be provoked to use the claw now.
Kevin building up his psyche, building up his adrenaline. Unbarreling inside. And now he lets go with a hard right hand, right on the jaw. But a counter by Sweet Daddy. And Kevin with a kick inside. Sweet Daddy's taking everything away from Kevin right now. Kevin can't counter. Sweet Daddy up there with the cameraman and a flying body slam. 1, 2, 3, and Kevin Von Erich does it. Kevin Von Erich in trouble, going off the top rope with a flying body slam, and he wins this bout. And now let's go to the dressing room with Dawn and visit with Terry Garvin before his main event bout.
You've been wrestling men like Abdullah the Butcher, the one-man gang. Now, California Stud's more your size. Does that work as an advantage towards you?
Well, you're right about one thing. He's more my size, but he's not exactly a small man, Don. California Stud's got muscles on top of muscles. And I'm not the biggest guy in the world. I never claimed to be, but I feel like I have an advantage in speed, in ring savvy. I've been around a little bit longer than he has. I plan to keep him down on the mat and utilize his size to my advantage. I want to wear him down, and I want to tire him out. And once you're down on that mat, Don, wrestling, it's just like this. We're all the same exact size, about that tall, okay? So I plan on keeping him down, and I plan on beating him 1, 2, 3, right in the middle of the ring. It seems like every time Gary Hart comes to Terry Garvin, he's got somebody, like you said, Abdullah the Butcher, the one-man gang. Bring them all on. I don't care what size they are or anything else. I'll be happy to fight.
Texas Championship Wrestling comes to the Bronco Bowl on April 28th. The wrestling starts at 6 p.m. And we want you to think about this. Imagine a world without hunger. We're at the North Texas Food Bank right now with Paula Fatke. And Paula, we're on the assembly line here. What are you doing? What are these folks doing?
These volunteers have come in to help us pack canned food boxes for some of our 197 agencies that receive our canned food boxes. Everything in here goes on their pantry shelves. The night of the Bronco Bowl event, we're going to ask your fans to bring cans. They're going to go on our assembly line and go out. We're going to have a big truck there from the North Texas Food Bank, and we ask your fans to just help us out.
And so you can help. We need 5,000 pounds of food at Texas Championship Wrestling, the April 28th. And when you bring food, canned food, you get a general admission for half price. Sunday, April 28th.
Rodney D. Young presents Famous Quotes.
Just make him an offer he can't refuse.
And now, another famous quote.
Thank you for calling Rodney D. Young. Yes, we have an office at a convenient location, and we've been in business since 1952. How's that for an offer?
That's an offer even I can't refuse.
Call 943-7303 today for the Rodney D. Young office nearest you.
Think young, Rodney D. Young. Get it today the Magic Way. Almost anything goes, just $17.95 a week. Living rooms, bedrooms, washers and dryers, stereos, TVs, and much more. You better hurry. Almost anything goes, $17.95 a week. Now that's value. That's magic.
No credit check, no deposit down. Magic Rental is the easy way. Get it today the Magic Way. Magic Rental.
Call now. Rent to own in style. Magic Rental. We're just about everywhere.
You got it, on the nose.
America's hottest new game show is here, The Challengers.
Step up to the $500 challenge.
Dick Clark hosts a battle for big cash.
We're going to bump that money up $1,000 every day until it is won.
On The Challengers.
Weekdays at 5:30 on Channel 27.
Come park and party at the Gentleman's Entertainment Complex, where you can see over 200 beautiful dancers daily. One location brings you 3 great clubs, baby dolls with the most beautiful women around, and fun everywhere. The Fair, we rock the West with girls, girls, girls. An expose mansion for the finer things in life in an exquisite upscale atmosphere. All clubs feature lunch 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So come join the fun. Park and party at 3039 West Northwest Highway near Bachman Lake.
Mr. G. Father, what are you waiting for? Pick up that phone and call Rodney D. Young before it's too late.
Just call!
I'm just a little bit concerned about this invitation because I've already visited with the Davidsons twice, and you saw what happened. But we're going out and see what the Davidsons have in mind again. The wild and wacky ones. We're in the modern facilities of the practice ring of the wild and wacky Davidsons right out here at their home.
Well, it's like I told you, Bill. The reason you're not allowed to go in the house is there's certain places that John's not allowed to go that I can't take you because people just don't want him in their place of business or in their homes. So that's why you're out here and you're not allowed to go in the house.
I see. He does. I guess wacky is the term. And why do you refer to
This is the way he trains, man. This is the way he has been since early age, teenage years. He's been that way. This is his favorite toy right here. He likes
What's
to
the
play
name of
with
the bunny?
The bunny is Harvey. He calls him Harvey.
At least we can see the bunny.
He cites his people when he gets against different opponents. He uses that name, Harvey, and it just goes through his head, Harvey. Harvey. And then he's ready for his opponent.
I noticed.
When he gets ready for his opponent, he does everything to his opponent. That's his inspiration. He likes to wrestle a rabbit.
But it's interesting to watch. And I noticed on the wall over here you have a couple of posters. One of the late Bruiser Brody and Haystack Calhoun.
Well, I'll tell you about Bruiser Brody. When we were in Japan, Bruiser Brody was real nice to John. John liked Bruiser Brody, and we got along with him because he's like us. He's like us. He's not like a lot of people, man. He's a little beyond the rim of the imagination. And that's why we like Bruiser Brody. See, when we went to Japan, it was very hard because we can't get to a lot of these places because we got to go by boat or by bus. He'll ride in a pickup truck, but he won't ride in a car. Planes, I can't get him on a plane. He goes.
You are limited.
I am limited the way I can travel. But still, I won't go, without my brother because he is my brother, and I've got to have him with me, man.
John?
Somebody's got to take care of him.
John, could you come over just a second?
Who's this? You remember him, John. You remember the guy with the little TV. You remember him?
From TV?
Yeah, from TV, man. Yeah,
He's the guy from wrestling?
Yes, that's him. That's him.
You want to wrestle me?
No.
Huh? You better watch what you say. I'll be watching.
Take the bunny. Let's wrestle.
I think I understand.
You see, Shaun is an unusually exceptional person. He's a good wrestler. It's just some people don't like him in their place of business, and some people just don't like to see him around.
I could say he's very dedicated to what he wants.
Very dedicated. That's it. He's very dedicated.
Well, it's been great. Private gymnasium. And we look forward to the next time that Wild and Wacky Davidsons make their appearance on Texas Championship Wrestling.
Don't worry. We'll be there. Anytime anybody wants to get in the ring with us, we're ready.
You want to get in the ring with me?
No, that's all right, John. No, that's fine. Thank you.
The bunny. Get the bunny.
The Wild and Wacky Davidsons at their private gymnasium at their home.
You like to fly?
Yep.
Harvey likes to fly.
Well, it's time to start the family feud with the Simpsons and the Davidsons. And Don's in the dressing room with Steve Simpson right now. Don?
Steve Simpson, is there something about brotherly love that would make this match more dangerous than any other?
Well, it's going to have its pros and cons, you know, because the other team are also brothers.
Right.
With me, it's an advantage because, well, blood's thicker than water. So when my brother's down and hurt, it's not just business. I'm going to do more than the usual tag team will do to help him out, and vice versa. But now we're going against two other brothers, so it's kind of even, you know what I'm saying? So we have to watch them. You know, those Davidsons, they're very unorthodox. It's going to be tough.
Thank you, Don. Thank you, Steve Simpson. And right now, let me tell you that the main event is Terry Garvin and the California Stud. And stay tuned for the Simpsons and the Davidsons next on Texas Championship Wrestling. We'll be right back.
Attention.
Knees fit and you going down.
April 28th, Bronco Bowl. Any of you women looking for a real man, come on down, because the stud will be there looking for you.
Tell them about it, John.
Harvey's gonna win, baby! Harvey's gonna win!
And here they come. The great Simpson brothers in for this bout of Texas Championship Wrestling. Shaun and Bart Simpson.
Bart Simpson?
Might as well call him Bart, huh? And let's go to Adam and the introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a tag team match from the great state of Texas, the Wild and Wacky Davidson Brothers. And in this one-fall 30-minute contest from the coast of South Africa, Steve and Shaun Simpson.
Steve and Shaun Simpson, John and Rick Davidson, the brothers. They're not exactly twins, but they're brothers. And there is a bond between brothers.
We had a talk about that before the match, and how this seems to be like a multi-family feud between these people.
Could be a family feud, and it certainly could bring together the best of both families, the Davidsons and the Simpsons. The Davidsons, who are a bit of the, what you call, what are you going to call them, mountain folks or country folks? And the Simpsons, who are a little more debonair, I suppose. A little more what you might call worldly.
Right.
Well, that presents an interesting situation. Just by the manner of dress, I guess you would have to separate them, wouldn't you?
I can't believe they're wearing overalls to wrestle.
Yeah, I find those, I tried not to wear those when I was a youngster because those, you fall down, there's certain parts of those steel buttons that do hurt. And right there it goes down, and Shaun Simpson in charge. They check it over, and the discussion goes on in the Davidson corner. Our second bout on Texas Championship Wrestling. Coming up, our main event, Terry Garvin and the Stud. And man, that's going to be a battle. With both of those men progressing so well through Texas Championship Wrestling. But right now, let's watch this carefully. As Shaun Simpson.
You've got Bart on the brain.
Bart on the mind here. Oh, great move by the Simpson. That was a well-regulated athletic event right there. Going up the corner bowl and coming right back down. But there's a nice head scissors put on by the Davidson.
I wonder what's going to happen here. Davidson's got him in a head. Ooh.
Gary Hart just telling me of the future bouts coming up.
What do you say about him?
And one of the big ones is going to be Abdullah the Butcher and Iceman next week.
Next week?
Next week. So right now, he just came up to tell me that Iceman had been petitioning him. Gave me that fine information. Right now, we got a battle going on with the Simpsons and the Davidsons. A great extraction by Shaun, but he goes right back in and comes up. Shaun and Steve exchanging. And the Davidsons caught up in the battle. Headlock right there by Steve Simpson. These young men are quite entrepreneurs, businessmen. They are accomplished jewelers.
Shaun and Steve?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. He saw that coming. And that's handling two at one time. They say you can't fight 2-on-1. Look at this.
Look at this.
Double move, headlock and head scissors by Steve Simpson. What a tremendous display of athletic talent and wrestling ability by Steve Simpson.
Steve's going, bring him on.
Two very talented young men, fine jewelers. Also entrepreneurs in business. They have a mattress business.
Mattress?
Oh, yeah, they sell mattresses. They do all sorts of things.
In America?
Yeah. They're really quite interesting young men. And I'm still trying to figure out what the Davidsons do. But whatever it is, they stay with it.
Well, they came in with a cowbell. Maybe they're dairy farmers or something.
They might be dairy farmers or ranchers. That's very true. And here's the one who loves to work out with his bunny, his stuffed rabbit. Trying to get a little help from his brother in the corner. Steve Simpson. Getting caught in this midsection by Rick. Going back. Twisting on that wrist. Steve Simpson in the corner now. Shaun's on this side, and Shaun's taking a look. But no interference with the outside Davidson brother. Nicely done by Steve coming out, trying to go to a hammerlock. Here comes Shaun, standing high, dropping on that shoulder. Oh, what a terrible time. Twisting wrist, twisting arm, going in the shoulder. But no, I'm not going to quit. Never will quit. These brothers are all holding together quite well, and we see them, I guess they function maybe even tighter than normal tag teams do, Dawn.
Yeah, it seems that, like you said before, there's a bond between brothers, and they look out for each other. And so that makes a good tag team.
And here they go again. This is Steve going up the top rope on that drop on the arm again, and the shoulder. And the Davidson on a forearm shiver. Steve absorbed it and goes right down in and has the arm lock.
Uh-oh.
And there's an interference by the other Davidson. That gives the brother a chance now to work inside. Rick on the top rope.
Choking.
Steve Simpson being choked, and referee Ernesto says, hey, come off of that. The Simpsons and the Davidsons on a great event here on Texas Championship Wrestling. A club move and clubbing them down. Steve Simpson going down.
Look at the look the Davidson brothers give. They just look like they're just untamed, uncivilized.
Well, this one particularly. Untamed wilderness. I think that's what they really like, is the untamed wilderness, if there's any left. Headlock right now. John has him up. Steve Simpson caught up. Looks over his shoulder at Shaun to see if he's going to be... Oh, great takedown by Steve. Turned it right around, then got caught in the eye. And they move back into the far corner. Trying to work back and forth. Here comes Shaun across. Oh, cowbell on the top of Steve Simpson's head. Notice he held the clapper so it wouldn't make any noise. Outstanding move. Steve Simpson caught up in a headlock. Another shot. And Steve Simpson taking a blow to the head. There's the exchange. One Davidson for another. Holding that arm up. That kick in the ribs. And Steve caught on that nerve debilitating hold of the shoulder.
That literally paralyzes one side.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to control. And Simpson. Steve Simpson trying to move to his corner, trying to force his opponent back. And the referee. Yeah, there's the exchange. I'm not sure the referee.
He didn't see it, I don't think.
Well, the referee won't see it. But there's the exchange. He said, no way, he can't do that. The referee has to see the exchange. In the meantime, Steve Simpson is catching it. Steve Simpson catching a lot of flack right now. Choke over the top rope. The Simpsons and the Davidsons battling on Texas Championship Wrestling. Good shot inside, another shot inside, another one inside. And Simpson exploding. But here comes the exchange and the other brother. Hammering in on Steve Simpson.
Notice how intensely the brother, Shaun, watches to make sure his brother Steve is okay.
Be very careful about it, trying to help out. Missed on the tag there. Steve trying to rip on that left arm and wrist. Shot, another shot.
Steve refuses to let go.
And standing on the wrist lock, standing shoulder hold. Steve would have a chance right now. Gonna do a pump on this. Yeah, standing on his head and pulling back. Steve Simpson pumping and pulling, exerting tremendous pressure. The Simpsons and the Davidsons. Maybe the start, as you said, of a family feud. Could open up right here. Oh, great roll-up by Steve Simpson. There's the exchange. Now Shaun comes in, and he takes over, goes right on with that hold on the left arm. Pumping over the top rope.
Notice each time they exchange, they go right for that left arm. Remember how we talked many times about how they go after the one area, one specific area over and over?
Disable that one section, you got half the battle won, haven't you?
Exactly.
Had one count on the right shoulder. The Davidson is up. John is up there. 1, 2, and not quite. Caught his arm. Hey, can't do that. Referee's interfered with. Shaun Simpson in with brother. And there's the cowbell. Does that signify something we don't know?
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe that's like a cheer in college. Oh, right into the cowbell. That's what that was.
He's acting all innocent over there. I didn't do it.
Stuck the cowbell right up there so he'd put that head into it. And Steve Simpson hanging. There's a little shot. Shaun Simpson hanging and Steve coming in behind him. Shaun all wrapped up in the corner.
Hanging him up there like a piece of meat.
That's a very appropriate analogy. And the wild and wacky Davidsons displaying their wild and wackiness. As Steve comes around now to clear up some of the wild and wackiness.
Both Davidsons in the ring now.
Everybody circulating through the ring as the Simpsons and the Davidson are battling, and I'd say pretty even. Oh, there's just a blatant move by the Davidsons. Wild and Wacky comes back in. Shaun down. Steps right into that big shoe. Drop down. 1, 2, and not 3. The shoulder up. Dave Simpson displaying a great deal of concern for his brother.
Steve's the older brother, isn't he?
Right. And their father was quite a wrestling coach. Much like the Von Erichs, only in South Africa. 1, 2, not 3. The shoulder up again. Oh, and the leg on the bottom rope. And Shaun Simpson taking a big beating right now from one half of the Wild and Wacky Davidson. The wackiest, probably.
Looks like he got a ring burn on his elbow there.
Got a bad burn on there, isn't he, on that right elbow. As a scrub on the knee, and fighting inside. Shaun comes into the midsection. The ample midsection. Rip across the eyes, and the Simpsons are not having an easy time in this battle with the Davidsons. A Wild and Wacky one driving into Shaun Simpson. Exchange again. Here comes Shaun, and they're going to try a double clothesline. They do, and Shaun drops. So the Wild and Wacky Davidsons taking command of the Simpsons here, and coming underneath. Shaun trying to move to the corner, can't. Caught by the Davidsons. Shaun wants a breather, needs one. He has been badly mauled here by both these Wild and Wacky men. There's the exchange, and here comes Steve. Great flying drop kick. Look out, go on the other side. Here's Steve exploding all over the ring. Steve Simpson, right hand, look out from behind, into the midsection. Double headbutt, down they go. Shaun with a shot, Steve with a shot. Trying to really wind it up, a big right hand to the head.
I don't think Steve took kindly to them abusing his brother for a long time. He came in all riled up.
Full Nelson right now. The bell. Trying to unwrap that bell as the cameraman's up in the corner. Full Nelson. Wild and Wacky Davidson trying to come in the ring. Here he comes.
I know.
And he crashed his brother on the head. Steve Simpson with help from Shaun. 1, 2, 3, and they did it. The Simpsons with the victory, thanks to the Wild and Wacky cowbell that knocked the Davidsons out of it. We're going to give you a great main event tonight, so stay tuned for Terry Garvin and the California Stud coming up. We'll be right back on Texas Championship Wrestling. PM. California Stud. The California Stud coming into Texas Championship Wrestling. This event, right here, two of the most exciting young wrestlers today. Two of the most fastest rising stars in the wrestling heaven. Terry Garvin and the California Stud. Two tremendously talented young men. And let's go to the ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, in this match, all the way from Louisville, Kentucky, the man with the plan, Mr. Terry Garvin. And meeting him here tonight in the ring, you know who the best is, baby. From Venice Beach, California, the California Stud.
Terry Garvin looks over here and says, hey, I'm the best. Yeah. Terry's a very personable young man, very handsome young man, and has had such a tremendous rise in popularity by taking on the likes of One Man Gang and Abdullah the Butcher, and even though being beaten just giving that great attempt and physical and athletic ability he has to stay in the bout with him. So Terry Garvin, a very popular young man, and so is the California stud. And sitting in with me in this bout, we got a few things to talk about here as the stud opens up. Rodney Cooper, who's the general manager of AC Productions, and which is, of course, Texas Championship Wrestling. Nice to have you in, Rodney.
Thank you, Bill. It's nice to be here.
It is great to see the rise and the acceptance of the fans of Texas Championship Wrestling. And it's starting this up, and you should be very proud of the way the fans have responded to this outstanding work of you and Gary Hart and your whole company.
Not only proud, Bill, we're just really grateful to all the fans. It's just been a tremendous response to Texas Championship Wrestling.
And great young men like Terry Garvin and the California stud. And Ali teeing up against the Simpsons and Terry Garvin. We've got the Butcher and the Iceman, and the stud meets Perez. All this next week. California stud with Garvin. And look at that turnaround by Garvin. Oh, great move by Garvin. Flying drop kick by Garvin. And stud says, hey, I got a tiger in my tank. And you can see the crowd getting into this one. This is the kind of bout that really builds it up. What a great main event here. The stud and Terry Garvin, two young men who have fought their way to the top, and they deserve this main event shot. Whoa! Garvin moving in with a headlock after the miss. Side mirror move on that headlock. Garvin took charge of this bout early on, and we have seen him with his size give up at least 200 pounds in some of his bouts, and still fight well, never give any quarter, and always be the aggressor, and he is the aggressor right now. Garvin in the corner. Stud trying to change this thrust around a bit. That uppercut that caught Garvin. He's wobbly right now. Shot off the left ear. Oh, a mean hit by the California stud. And looks like it's turned it around just a bit right now. In the corner again, and Garvin shaken up as the California stud goes after him. Look at the physique of that young man from California. Lifting those rocks does that for you, Rodney. We'll have to go out and pick up a few.
I may have to pick up a lot.
Yeah, let's pick up small ones. Oh, great move by Garvin. Hard move in the corner by Stud, and look at that streak of Terry Garvin. Flying drop kick, and the Stud escapes again. And the crowd giving Garvin his due. And he's caught right now in that wrist lock. Twisted wrist lock. California stud and Terry Garvin. He's got a good family tie in Jimmy Garvin. Now the California stud. Kind of getting his own little extroverted in there. Who's the greatest? Well, he says he is. That's a very mean, hurting wrist lock. Twisting and cutting off. Ah, look at that turnabout. Twist. Garvin, pump it. Garvin going. Garvin after him. Garvin on the attack. Into the shoulder. Every time California stud looks like he's got an opportunity, Terry Garvin takes it away from him. Great move. Drop on the arm, and Terry Garvin. Look out. Flying drop, and then a sliding bind slam by the California stud. And the stud showing himself right now. Like a little bit of posturing out there. If he'd have stayed right on top of Garvin, then Rodney might have been able to put him away.
I believe so, Bill.
Play into the crowd might have hurt him. Big uppercut, but Garvin is hurt. Garvin trying to shake it off. His eyes are rolling. Rodney, as the general manager, better to be here than in there.
I agree.
A lot safer to be on the outside watching the great talents of these men. Forearm shiver. into the midsection. Look at the California stud take charge again now. And Terry Garvin, who early on just about had this bout. But here comes a big move right here. Up and over. No, can't move him up. Oh, the stud hurt his hand. 1, 2, but not enough for 3. Stud went down to try to blast Garvin with a right hand. Garvin made an excellent move, and Stud hit the canvas. Forearm shiver. Here comes a lightning thrust again underneath. Inside, look out, here's Garvin. A bulldog move by Garvin, and both men are weary. Both men are tired. This bout rolling, battling. Up in that corner, here comes Garvin. Another flying move, a count of 1, count of 2. And Garvin still trying to put him away. And Stud is vulnerable right now, but Garvin collapses on that left knee. And the California Stud is slow to get up. These are two tired young men, but they have expended a tremendous amount of energy. Dangerous move inside on that step over toe hold, spinning it, trying to hold it. Stud moves it outside, comes around behind, trying to scissor it now, and does. And now locks it up, trying to get into a figure 4. Listen to Garvin. He is exclaiming with pain. Rodney Cooper sitting in with us. As a businessman who's moved into this interesting profession, probably found some rather interesting personalities in this world of professional wrestling.
It's just been a pleasure, Bill, being involved with this. Up until we really got heavily into the TV show, I was very much a student of wrestling. It's been very interesting being on the other side of the coin.
Yep. Well, they're a great fraternity of athletes, great performers. Figure 4 toe hold. We're going to ring the bell right here. Garvin has to concede it. Garvin. The count is on. It says time limit, 15 minutes. Time ran out, 15-minute time limit draw. And look, I thought Garvin had conceded. I didn't think he would do that. But both men battling to a tremendous finish here on Texas Championship Wrestling.
Attention.
Putin stick. Hey, I got it right for change, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Iceman King Parsons and Abdullah the Butcher. Got to have that main event you asked Gary Hart about. You got to come out and do what you wanted to do.
That's right. You know, as far as I'm concerned, Abdullah the Butcher is known and feared all over the world. But what I seen him do to Dynamite Kid just made me step across that line. It wasn't my business, but I made it my business.
Well, sometimes you have to do that.
See, that's right. So, see, I got this Rudy Poot stick here. And Abdullah, Rudy Poot, you belong to me.
All right, let me ask you about this school you've got, the House of Pain Pro Wrestling School, Coach Iceman King Parsons, and this is over at the Athletic Club in Dallas in the Westcliff Mall. What are you doing, coaching wrestling now? To make everybody a star?
Well, I got a wrestling school now, and there's a lot of people out here that got potentials. You know, when they said everything grow big in Texas, they didn't lie. Boy, some big cowboys here, and a lot of them talks to me about being a wrestler. So now I just want to let everybody know in Texas that Iceman got his own school now. And all you got to do is just come by, call this number here, 333-944, and you can get more information there. Guarantee me, be a thinker and not a stinker.
That's right. Crack kills. We enjoy your shirt.
Yes. You know, this thing about crack kills, hey, people, we got enough problems of our own without involving in drugs.
All right,
you know what I'm saying? Get it together. Make something out yourself. Be a star. Who knows? You might be a wrestling champion one day.
Iceman King Parsons and Abdullah the Butcher next week. The main event on Texas Championship Wrestling. Thanks, Ice. I'm Bill Mercer. So long.